back to another awesome video, and today's movie is going to be of The Parent Trap, the 1998 version. So The Parent Trap is technically a remake of the, I think, like 1961 version. This time we have Lindsay Lohan playing the dual roles of two sisters, and they're basically switched at birth, and they're trying to reunite their parents and get them remarried. So this movie is directed by Nancy Meyers, and I remember, I think like maybe 10 years ago, give or take or more, I remember hearing about the original Parent Trap. I never seen the movie, but I heard about it. But to me, growing up in the 2000s, and this obviously being coming out in the late 90s into the early 2000s, this to me was the Parent Trap. To me, this was the Parent Trap. Of course, being born in the early 2000s, I have fond memories of watching this movie and almost kind of growing up with it a little at times. And funny enough, almost in a weird way, watching Lindsay Lohan grow up, and especially since this is her debut role. For Lohan, at this time in her life, at this age, during this movie, I think she does fine. I think she does a solid performance trying to do this dual thing going on, where you have two different sisters, of course. One that's very poised, refined, very elegant, British and everything, and one that's very roughhousing and very rough around the edges and kind of a little edgy type of chick. I will admit this is one way or another kind of nostalgic for me. I mean, come on, that opening sequence is so beautiful. It's so romantic. You know, the husband and wife, Natasha Richardson and Dennis Quaid, they're on the cruise ship. It's their honeymoon. They got married, and you have Nat King Cole's L.O.V.E. playing. It's just, it hits the feels for me. I mean, come on. You can't not get your heart, you can't not have a warm heart hearing this and watching this sequence. And hell, we are doing it right now. While I'm recording this, of course, Belle and I are on our honeymoon after our wedding, and we're on a Disney cruise. We're on our cruise. So watching this, I was like, this is so fitting. Speaking of Natasha Richardson, God rest her soul, not only being the ex-wife to Liam Neeson, but also I think she died in 2009. As cliche as this sounds, her and Dennis Quaid really did capture lightning in a bottle with these two. That they have this, not mutual respect, but there is this mutual thing where they rekindle their love. There wasn't really a big fight. Yes, things got heated up, but you see when they reunite, how cute they are, how they kind of stumble around each other. It's like high school love where you stumble, you trip, you mess up your words, you get all flustered, you get the butterflies in your stomach and everything. It's just really wholesome. And I don't know what it is about Dennis Quaid, but Dennis Quaid is one of those actors that he's got that ruffian, I like to call it, I don't know if it's really a trademark thing or not, but I like to call it the Harrison Ford syndrome, where you have a guy that was around in the 80s or the 90s, has this very, not stern voice, but has this lower tone. They have that kind of debonair sort of touch to them, a little bit of just, there's something to their performance that reminds me of Harrison Ford. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I can't but help compare him to Harrison Ford, because I, for whatever reason, remember, I think in a Watch Mojo list or in some sort of top 10 list or in some sort of article, I remember years ago, Dennis Quaid, along with several actors, was in talks to be Han Solo before Harrison Ford got it. So I don't know why I always connect those two, and I connect other actors to that. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of see it. I can see, the resemblance. I can see the uncanniness. I don't know what it is, but random, I know. I do love the nanny and the butler, and then the nanny, I think her name was Chessie. They're funny. They're, I think, the best side characters. There's something endearing about the two. You can't forget such memorable moments from this movie. Just the camp sequence and the camp scenes alone, I feel are a little iconic. The two of them, Hallie and Annie, their version of poker in a sense. You have them skinny dipping and the sword fencing and them bonding, of course, over their lost and they're longing for a mother and a father, and then they're reuniting. Janice from Friends is in this at one point during the camp sequence. I find it funny the way Lohan's British accent is, especially there's this one scene where she says, here comes Miss Parker. Sounds very much like Draco Malfoy a little bit to me.
Take a seat, Parker.
And of course, there's just so much cheese and so much 90s cheese and 90s camp and a lot of terminology and slang, like fetching kind of sort of stuff you'd hear. And how can we forget Cruella de Vil herself? I don't remember the actress's name, but the actress who plays Meredith Blake, I think it is, kind of playing the other woman sort of situation, and you want, obviously, a conflict to happen. I just think it's funny throughout this movie, Lohan, no matter which sister she is, keeps referring to her as Cruella. And I know the big takeaway for this movie is how they do the effect of having Lindsay Lohan in both scenes at the same time. Now, them doing the individual scene, that's easy to do, but obviously being older, you can obviously tell the cut, edit, cut, edit, cut, edit. But when you have them together, I think it is still a solid effect. Is it a little noticeable? I feel like that's up for debate, but honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I feel like the 90s and the early era, I feel like the early era of special effects really captured doing, you know, the same actor in the same scenes a lot better than I feel like it would be done in, say, 2026. I know there's a lot better visual effects that can make that look better, but I feel like if, let's say hypothetically, Hollywood was to try to do a twin situation, not remake Parent Trap, don't remake Parent Trap. I'm saying if they were to do one actor plays two different characters and they're in the same scene together, I feel like you have the technology to make that look better, but I feel like that would be also at the same time worse. I don't know why, I just have a keen thought that I feel like Hollywood would make that look bad, whether intentionally or unintentionally. One of those situations where the 90s had that technology better or the early 2000s had that technology better than what it is now. But I just purely love this movie. I'm giving The Parent Trap, I'm giving it a solid A. So The Parent Trap, have you guys seen it, or at least this version? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to, I'm certain this was either Tom or Brandon Williams for requesting this to me. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day week. Share the video with family and friends. All that goes over more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it, I'll do it. I hope I'll have more movie reviews going on or other videos going on while we are on our honeymoon, but hopefully there'll be plenty for you guys to check out in the meantime. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.